Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout using the Cheeky Studio December Design Team Kit. And all the information on Cheeky Studio and also my 10% off coupon will be in the description box below. And when I looked at what I had left, this is my second layout. I saw this pattern paper with that sort of reddish with some white starbursts, and I thought I would use it in the size that it's in. And then I thought that would be perfect for 4x6 photos. So I went and found these two pictures of Mason and his mom, my daughter Jess. And this was in 2015, so that was like 3 years ago. So Mason was like 2. He's pretty big for 2, right? But he would have been 2 years old there. That kid is huge. He had a tournament last weekend. And when he was on the ice, and I know they have their gear and everything, but still, he was the biggest kid on all teams that were on the ice. The two teams that they played against, he was a whole head taller than everybody else. But this layout here, like I said, he was 2 years old, and it was at my mom's place, and I ended up taking, we tried to take pictures of the kids every year in front of the Christmas tree. My mom has 2 Christmas trees. She has one upstairs and one downstairs, and we usually go downstairs to open all the gifts. And I took some pictures of Mason and his mom. Now I glued down that pattern paper, and then I just ended up using the branding strip that was with that pattern paper, sort of like burlap pattern paper. And then I used again the pattern paper that had all the gifts, and I decided to use that as a border again. And this, like I said, this time around I just ended up using a whole bunch of scraps. Now I'm cutting down those squares to at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And I had that little square that was left over from the previous layout, and I wanted the squares to be equal, so then I used another scrap, which was the leftover of that pattern paper. If you flip it over, it looks like not checkerboard, but like a plaid. It looks like a plaid. So I used that as the background for the smaller square. Now I'm using some of the die cuts in the Cheeky Studio die cuts. I'm going to use one here in between the 2 photos, and then I looked at these punch outs, the circle punch outs, I guess, and I'm going to use my 1-inch circle punch, and then I make them into flares using some enamel shapes that I bought on Etsy, I believe, or maybe it was on eBay, one of the two. Anyway, I bought, it comes like in 100 in a package, and I make my own flares, and I've been using them. I've had those for 3 years. They haven't yellowed. I do get asked that question a lot. They haven't yellowed, and I love using my own flares. This page came together super quickly, 20 minutes, and I had that page together. And it's nice sometimes to just, you only have a little bit of time and to put a page together so quickly. So while I put together the rest of the stuff, just a little bit about what's going on. It's so busy, right? December. I haven't started my December daily still. Mason had a tournament all last weekend, and the poor thing, he was sick up till Tuesday of that week, and he seemed like he was getting better. And then he played 2 games on Saturday. He slept in between the 2 games. He went to bed at 7. He woke up at 8 o'clock the next morning. He went back to bed at 10, and he woke up at 3. So he's still fighting off that cold or the flu or whatever he has. So he had another game that afternoon, and he didn't end up going to it. He was just too sick. And I spoke to my daughter this morning. He was sick Monday again. But there was no school because we had a major snowstorm. Again, no school today, which is Tuesday. And she said today he seems like he's getting better. So the poor little guy, hopefully he feels better before Christmas Day. And I went into my stash and grabbed some of these pink paisley letters, and I'm just going to write Christmas Day. I didn't have a Y left, so I just took an X and just cut off the bottom part of one part of the Y and made my own Y. I'm going to glue that down, and after the camera goes off, I do add some liquid adhesive just so that they stick a little bit better, because that paper kind of has a shiny coating to it. And that's it. That's going to complete this layout. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.